Hello, good day. My name is Prince Yamika Sali. In this video, you'll be talking about how to trade futures making use of uTrading robot, and we'll be talking about how to choose a perfect coin to trade. That means low volatility coins. Then another thing is we'll be talking about how not to liquidate. That means no liquidation. Then what else do we want to talk about? How to select the trend. That means how to select the trend of the coin. That means selecting a trend. You want to trade when a coin is going up and you want to trade when it is going down. And what else? What else? What else? What else? Then you want to choose your leverage very well. You want to make sure you're choosing the right leverage, and that we'll be talking about from the no liquid, as in no liquidity, zero to liquidity. That means you cannot liquidate. Liquidation. So you cannot liquidate using this formula. So those are the things we'll be talking about in this video. The first thing you need to know is what is your capital, your trading capital. For example, here, what I have on my Binance is this. I have, let's say, $20 on my Binance, and right now I have just I have 20x trading, and it is trading $5. And what I mean is 20x is trading $5. So that simply means the font that I'm trading right now is 5 divided by 20 divided by 5. No. 5 divided by 20, 5 divided by 20. So what I'm trading right now in my capital is 0.25. So when I trade 0.25, and I choose times 20 times 20, it's giving me something like this, 5.68. You understand? So that's exactly what I'm doing right now. So, and I have 2 trades running. One trade is running particularly now, but I set 2 trades. So this is not trading right now, it's waiting for direction. That is when I told you about trends, how to pick your trend. That means how to choose whether a coin is going up or down. Then this system will do that for you. Then this is the coin that is presently running, and it is on minus 0.7%. Against me is against me 3.07%, which just 0.17 dollars is what is on floating loss. Wow, that's okay. So now the question is this: what exactly do we want to do? I still have $10. Those ones have been projected to be trading on $10. So the next thing is this: I have $10 intact that I'm not using right now. If I'm not using $10, right now, so in a nutshell, if I'm trading maybe probably 5x, 10x, and 20x, those are the ones you're trading. All this after the trade must equal to $10 if I don't want to liquidate. If I don't want to liquidate, it must equal to $10. And if I want to risk at all, you must not risk above. That means your risk level should be 50% deep. 50% deep. Please watch my previous video on how to know when to liquidate, how to avoid liquidation, what to trade with, and so on, to understand what I'm saying right now. But what I'm saying right now is, if I think that the coin in the worst scenario cannot go against me 50%, then I can always trade $20. That means times 2 of my capital. That's the most I should be trading with. Because with the rate at which coins goes up and down, you cannot tell. But at least we can tell that early with a coin half, that means go halfway down. Or probably if you're trading long also, at least it shouldn't go just like that, expecting it to go half to up. So that means what I'm saying in essence is this: assuming a coin is $100, you're not expecting this to decrease to $50, and you're not expecting it to go to $150 instantly. So we're expecting it to be a gradual thing. So you would have made your profit before it goes up or comes this down. So that's what we are projecting now. So that is what I mean by at least do it halfway. So if you don't want liquidity at all, I'm with $10. If you don't want liquidity at all, no matter what you're trading, if you're trading 5x, 10x, that means and 20x, make sure after you have done all your maths, you have multiplied it, this is still going to be $10. But if you're risk, if you want to risk at least then risk 50% against you. So if you want to do that, make sure it is $20. That is if I'm trading 10, if I have $10 capital. So if you have $100 capital, if you don't want to liquidate at all, make sure what you're trading equals $10. Do you understand? And if you are trading, $100, and if you're trading, you want to at least risk 50% against you. That means you feel like it can never go 50% against you, which is almost impossible, at least at this time. You can trade times 2 of your capital. Okay, so that is one. Then the second thing is my entire trade is gonna be $10. Okay, my entire trade is gonna be $10. So if I'm choosing 5x, so that simply means I have to divide. Let's check. If I'm trading 5x, that means $10 divided by 5. So that means I can only trade $2. So now my question is, my trade will be $2, as in my initial capital will be $2. Then I trade 5x. So what I'll be trading in essence will now be $10 after the leverage. Now, assuming you want to risk, like I said, then you can trade $4. That means you make this times 2 of your capital, which is 20. So you can trade $4. So assuming you want to do 10x, so you divide this by 10, so you'll be trading $2. That is if you want to risk that the coin cannot go against you 50%. But if not, if you don't want to liquidate at all, so you just have to trade $1, 10 divided by 10. Now, if you're doing 20x, so you divide this by 20. You divide this by 20. Okay, so that means you can only trade $0.5 if you're trading 20x. And if you feel like, okay, I don't mind, 50% of my coin cannot liquidate, then you can trade $1. So that's number one. Then the second part of it is this. You need to be attentive and maybe probably take this over and over again to understand. Another thing is this. Okay, I love 20x. I don't know. I just like it. But it's always reasonable to go for 10x, 5x, But I feel like 20x with this formula, I'm cool with 20x. So 20x, 20x, and I have $10. Okay, then I can decide that, okay, the coin cannot go halfway down. So I'll be trading $20. So that simply means my initial capital that I'm putting into the trade will be $1. So because I leverage on 20, so it will now be times 20, making $20. Now, that is not much of my concern. This $1 is much of my concern. My question is, what do I want to do? Do I want to buy more when it goes deep against me? Or do I just want to use it to trade 4 or 5 coins? So probably here I have $1 to trade for my capital, and I'm trading 20x. Then the question is, what do you want? Do you want to trade? I can decide to do two trades of $0.5 and $0.5. That means different coins. Choose different coins. $0.5, $0.5. Or I can decide to say that, okay, out of $1, I first of all want to trade $0.3. Then when the coin goes in deep, then I go for another $0.6. So that simply means I will now be trading $0.9 at large. You understand? So that's that. But it depends on you. But probably me, I prefer trading more coins. But at the same time, it is reasonable if you have, instead of you putting $10 sharing into two or thereabouts, if you have $50, you can share it to two. If you have $100, you can share into four. But probably you just trade $50 one coin and $100 one coin. Then probably when you have $200, you do two coins and so on. So it depends on you. It depends on you. But in this case, I have $10 and I prefer to trade. I prefer to predict the coin not to go halfway down. Halfway down. But you can decide to trade in order to avoid liquidity, to avoid any story at all. You can decide to trade $10, total trade. Then, but I prefer to make my trade $20. But because I want to trade two coins instead of trading buying more in the deep, I want to trade two coins. So I'll be using $0.5. Then I'll be using 20x. Okay, so let's go and do our trade. Now this is our robots. Then I'll be coming to trade. Then I'll be coming to the robot here. Then I choose my DCA. Okay, this is my DCA. Then I choose the coin. What kind of coins do you want to choose? Probably you want to choose this set of coins. Probably you want to choose this set of coins: Matic, ADA, Light, LTC, then X, RP, XT, XTZ, then Dash, then Weaves. You want to choose any of them, but probably I always love to choose from this four. Okay, I already have Matic, I already have ADA, then maybe Light or XRP. Okay, let me try XRP. XRP, let me try XRP. So I want to look for XRP, XRP. Okay, then I search, then it brings it. Okay, now this is where the magic comes in. You want to put it on auto single. What does this mean? It simply means that it will only trade a particular direction at a time. It will either trade long or trade short, but the system itself will be the one to choose it. The system will start choosing the coin for you by itself. So when the system feels like, the robot feels like we are on uptrend, it chooses long. And when it feels you're on a downtrend, it chooses short. But the disadvantage of this is it does not trade for you, like trade, finish one trade. It has to be very sure where the trend is going before it trades. So sometimes it takes about 6 hours, sometimes 12 hours, sometimes probably, let's say 15 hours before it chooses the next coin, because he has to be sure where the trend is going. He really wants to be sure of giving you your profit. So that's a wonderful one. So you don't need to bother if a coin is going on an uptrend or downtrend. The system chooses for you after checking a lot of candles automatedly. Then it keys into the system for you to buy. That's one. So now, in our mathematics, we have $10, and probably we want to trade two coins with this $10. So that means we have $5 to trade. So here, this could have been wonderful because this is the total amount the system is going to trade for me. could have been wonderful if you don't want to you don't want to have you want to be risk free. It's okay. But if you feel like, okay, I can still risk 50% deep, that means coin can never go 50% deep. So you trade times two of this, making what? Making $10. So I'll change this because 120 of this becomes this. So I'll change this to probably 220. 220. I have videos on all this. So right now we have 10.9. So probably let me change it to 218. Okay, 210. 205. Yep, I think that's getting better. 22. That's more better. So that's more better. This is what I want to trade right now. So what I'm trading right now is to tell you that this system will choose a positive, a long or short for me to trade. But despite that, I want to be on the safer side. If the on call for happens, I should not liquidate. And if I don't want to liquidate, I should trade what I have on my dashboard. That means I have $5 allocated to this trade, so I should be trading $5 maximum, as in after the X. But because I am a risk taker, I'll trade 10 so that the coin I'm selling, I'm saying that the coin cannot go 50% against me. So that's that. Okay, that's that. Then what else again here? The maximum position. Okay, that's because the system chooses a lot of trades for me. It chooses a maximum order of 7. So I'm returning this to the minimum, which is 2. Do you understand? So this is the one I told you before. Instead of me trading everything, I can decide to put it in bits. Put it in bits. So, but here I choose to, but I don't want to buy new ones because I feel like the system will pick the direction for me, and I trust the direction, the trend, and I also trust that I cannot liquidate, so I don't need to buy more and more and more. So what I will do is this: I'll set this to imagine that it's almost not really realistic. It's not as if it cannot get there, but it takes a very long time to get there. So I choose the size multiple, or no, the price gap. The price gap, I choose it to be 20%. So it is, if the coin goes 20% deep, that is when it will buy another one for me, and it will buy 1.5 for me if it goes 20% deep. But assuming I have good funds and assuming I want it to really buy, I always change this to 2 instead of 1.5. I change it to 2 so that it can really bring it very down. Okay, so what else do we have? Then the X at the leverage. I'm putting it into 20x. The leverage is going to be 20x. Okay, you can decide to choose 10x. You can decide to choose whatever you want. So the leverage is 20x. And the total initial capital is 5x, 5.9. That is what it will be trading for me, 5.9. And what else? 5.9. No, we are going to change this again because I changed this to 20x. It has changed. Then this has also changed. Maximum order. I made this 2. Okay, I made this 2. And when it is buying, it buys 2. Then the gap also has changed again. Why? When I change the leverage, everything changes. Okay. I'm making this 20 again. Okay, 20. So back to it. We have 20x leverage. We have maximum order is 2. Then we have size multiple is 2. That means times 2 of the last purchase. Okay, and this simply means maximum order means the numbers of time it will be buying more. Then the gap in between the buys, that is 20%. Okay, and my take profit, I want it to be 1.1. And the reason I always trade as 1%, but because this capital is small, so that is why I'm trading at 1.1. Okay, 1.1, 1.1. So that simply means any trade, this is going to give me 2 times, as in about 4%. This is going to give me 4% because I'm trading times 2 of what I should be trading with. Assuming I'm trading times 1, the normal amount. So, no. I think this is going to be 2%. Yes, this is going to be 2% because I'm trading times 2. Okay, 2% of what I should be having, I guess. Okay. Now I am putting these to I'm putting this back to my two, I think 205. Okay, 205. Okay, so it will be trading $10 for me. And also it's gonna be trading on a cycle for me. That means this will make it buy forever. That means some people ask me, oh, I want to do automated. This is automated trading because it will keep buying, selling, buying, selling. But the only advantage of this is it's going to hold on to be sure of the trend before it buys. It does not just buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell, and later gets trapped in the deep. So I think we're cool. We are very, very cool now. We're very, very cool. My profit is 1.1. So we are very cool. We're very cool. We're very cool. We're very, very cool. So that's it. So that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Yep. That is it. So what else do we have to do? I think we're cool. So launch. Launch, and that's all. So let's check our running trade if it purchases instantly. So as you can see, it is waiting for direction. It did not purchase instantly. It is waiting for direction. So till the system is sure of the next trend, it will not initiate the trade. So with this, number one is you cannot liquidate because if you please get that right, you cannot liquidate if you're trading exactly the amount, no matter what leverage you are on. Then number two is if you want to risk anything at all, just do times 2 of your trade. That means if you want to allocate $10 to a trade, no matter the leverage, whether 5x, 10x, 10x, 20x, make sure what the system is trading for you is $10 or max $20. So max of $20 means you are leveraging times 2. So as in you are leveraging half, like the coin cannot go half way. But if you want the system not to ever liquidate your money, trade exactly. So that means if you're trading 20x, make sure whatever it multiplies must come to $10. So assuming you're trading $100, make sure that whatever you're doing, whether 5x, 20x, 10x, make sure when it multiplies, it is $100 or max of $200. So, and this you know now that if you're doing $20, you choose to make sure you choose to take that risk that the coin cannot go halfway opposite your direction. I think you get that. Otherwise, just set the system to trade, excuse me, the exact amount you have, no matter the X. I think this is cool. So, and as you can see, the system will choose the direction for you. And when you put it in a cycle, it will still keep buying and buying and buying and buying and buying for you. Thank you very much. My name remains Prince Yemi Kasali. Hope this is going to help. Thank you. This is liquidation free.